comes first? Kids, spouse, or parents? Well, first of all, I'm going to leave the parents out of this. Parents, do you feel like it's different raising kids in Canada? Oh God, we can't drop out of my mouth. I'm not going to deprive my kid of screen time. I hear people talk a lot about, oh, no screen time, cut back screen time, screen time. I'm not like that question, you know. Kind of like a touchy. But I'm going to answer it to the best of my ability. A lot of the people I know, they're born in September and November. And even based on my Facebook, Jesus, every day in September, 5, 6 birthday, this person's birthday, that person's birthday, birthday. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tashana if you're new here, and today's video is a Q&A around motherhood / parenthood. Yes, some time ago I'd asked you guys to send me some questions, so I hope I answered them to the fullest. And be sure to watch the entire video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tashana if you're new here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a Q&A mostly around motherhood. This is like my second time doing a Q&A like this, and I thought that maybe I answered so many questions about motherhood, and I was surprised to see that I got all brand new questions. It's not going to be a long one, so let me just get right into it. Alright, so the questions I just like wrote them down on this little notepad. They're kind of jumbled. Yeah, just right there. I just wrote them as they come, but I'll probably try to put them in order. Anyways, first question: do you feel like it's different raising kids in Canada versus Jamaica? Yes, very, very different. I'll start with the school system. The school system in Jamaica is very different from Canada. I don't want to say what is better. I'm just going to do a comparison, and you guys can formulate your own opinion. But I find in Jamaica, they teach the kids, a lot of basic stuff like the days of the week, the months of the year, the national anthem, the national pledge. These things are very important to know from your child, because knowing these things from that tender age, you'll never forget it. And I just find in Canada, so far, they don't really teach kids these things. Like, maybe they mention it, but to like teach them, no. Like, my daughter is 5.5 years old and she doesn't even know the anthem for Canada yet. Maybe I'm gonna have to teach it to her. So yeah, Jamaica them got odd with the teaching. Like here I find they do more like coloring and playing. It's a lot of fun. They do teach, but it's also like a lot of fun. But what I believe in is balance. So you have to teach and the kids them have to play and color and have fun. But just balance. It's not too much of one, you know what I mean? And also here, like, they give a lot of like like something they call pedagogical days, where the kids get random days off from school at least once in a month. Most times it's twice in a month, but at least once they get a random day off, just for them to rest their brain, relax, and blah blah blah. I don't know, but we parents have to deal with this, especially the ones who work. We have to, when you add up these pet days, they could take away all your vacation days. So yeah, and I know in Jamaica they don't do that. It's school 5 days a week unless there's a holiday. What else I would say is different? Let me just check my notes here. Okay, also in the school system here, I find they really pay close attention to milestones. They really compare a lot, and they look up for like disabilities in kids a lot. They really look out for these things. I don't find that so much in Jamaica. Like not from my memory of growing up there. Like people are not trying to observe kids to see if they have any disabilities, if they have any learning delay, speech delay, blah blah blah, all this stuff. I mean, in Jamaica though, kids them talk from them are 1 year old. Kids them walk early, like not slow about them there. So I guess everybody is just progressing so well, they probably don't feel the need to focus so much on these things. But I mean, disabilities do appear everywhere. You do have kids with disabilities in Jamaica as you do in Canada. But I'm just saying, I don't find Jamaica like a teacher would just try to focus on you to see if you have disability or whatever. It's just a matter if you're learning or not learning, if you're behaving, stuff like that. Anyways, so enough about the school system. I find that kids also in North America, they're like very entitled. You know, but I guess I was the kids nowadays. I don't even know if I want to use that as something. You know, I don't even know if I want to use that as something that I would say is different in Canadian kids versus Jamaican, like raising your kids in Canada versus Jamaica. Because right now, these generation, they're just all the same to me. Not much of a difference. Kids in Jamaica now behaving entitled, just like the kids in Canada. So let me just leave that there for now. Next question. What would you do different versus your parents? I don't like that question, you know. I know it's touchy, but I'm gonna answer it to the best of my ability. Different. Lord, I don't like the question. I actually think I want to comment on what I would do similar to my parents. Like, for example, I spend more time with my dad, like, you know, him like being a parent to me, and there are a lot of things that he does that I really admire, and you know, I want to do those things for my kids too. Like, for example, when we were younger, you know, we get princess and prince treatment. I love that. Love that. I love those memories. And I want to give my kids those memories as well. Like, no more good things to do, you know, I just don't want to drag out the question. But to say what I would do different from my parents, I don't know, maybe spend a lot of time with my kids, really bond with them. Yeah, maybe, you know, make sure, you know, I teach them every single thing they know, support them 100%. Not to say that my parents don't do that, you know, I get too deep into the question here. But just know, like, you know, when it comes to my dad, you know, there's a lot of things I take away from him. And, you know, he's a very good parent overall. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, so question, do you treat your daughter and son differently? No, I don't. I treat them both the same way. I love them both the same way. I'm very fair to both of them. If anything, because my daughter is my first, maybe like, you know, I learned a lot from her that I'm going to apply to my second. But different, no. I'm going to be fair to both. I am fair to both of them. I love them both the same way and all of that. But one thing though, I think I'm more a girl mom than a boy mom. So I am working on that. And speaking of that, there's a question I remember. What are some of the things you need to work on as a parent? So definitely that, working on being a more boy mom. You know, I think for now, because my son is so young, you know, I'm limited to the amount of things I can do with him. But as he gets older, you know, your girl gonna get into it, and your girl gonna be like the best boy mom ever. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then to finish answering that question, I think I need to get more into routines. Apparently routines work well with kids. I'm just not a routine person. I just feel like routine just restricts you, you're so constrained, you're so limited. I don't really like that stuff too much. So I barely have routine. Just some things, you know, okay, the kids have to go to bed at a certain time, they must eat, they must do some schoolwork, you know, stuff like that, you know, becomes a routine because it's something you do every day. But all this strict routine is, I don't know, I gotta work on it. They say it's better for the kids, so I gotta work on that for sure. And what else? Maybe do more circle time with my kids. I'm being very honest, guys. Like, I have fun with my kids, but like circle time, I don't really do, so I need to do that. What else I would say he's working on? I think I need, again, I'm trying to be very honest in this Q&A. I think I need to work on like how I feed them. Don't take this wrong now. Of course, I feed my kids. They must eat, and I give them solid food, especially for supper. And I make sure they eat, fruits and vegetables and all that. Even if we have to stuff it down them throat. But you know, sometimes, you know, a girl just get tired and it's just like, yo, pizza for dinner, McDonald's for dinner. You know what I mean? And like for the breakfast, I do a lot of porridge, which I find is just easier because my daughter, she hates food. I don't know what food you are, But Goody not like food. She doesn't like food. So, like, breakfasty stuff like egg and well, she likes sausages and eggs and bacon and all of that stuff. Like, I don't feel like she's used to this type of food. She doesn't eat it much. So I'm trying to create a routine where at least once a week we do breakfast together and get her used to that type of breakfast versus just porridge. Porridge a good thing, a good something to do, and I try to give my children different types of porridge. But I see my friends, they make this nice big extravagant breakfast for their kids, and I'm just like, girl, you need to start doing that. So, and then those are most of the things I think I need to work on. Next question: any fears regarding your children growing up? Well, yes, there are fears. I don't really want to talk about them, but just know when it comes to my kids, I pray them up. I stay prayed up. I pray for them daily, right around the clock, and that just helps me to overcome, the fears that I have, regarding them, like growing up or just going through their day to day. So yeah. Next question: who sleeps more when the baby is still young? The dad, of course. Them always leave it up to the moms. Yeah, I can't break that down anymore. It's usually the mom. We have the breast to comfort the baby and all that. And, so, yeah, we do the most of it. So, the dad gets to sleep more. Hands down. Well, I gotta pick up my hubby on this one, though, because sometimes when I'm really tired, I can tell him to take care of the kids and I'm gonna take a rest. And he'll do that. So, yeah, but naturally, the mom is the one that gets less sleep. Dad sleeps more. Next question: do most women nag during pregnancy? I don't know. I don't do that. I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't know. I guess sometimes pregnancy can make you miserable and hormones and all the changes that the body is going through. So, maybe that can cause them to get more upset easily, be more sensitive. But I wasn't like that. And I don't really know a lot of people who are like that, if any. So, can't really comment much on this one. For the next question: toughest lesson you learned in parenthood? Toughest lesson. Well, I guess my toughest lesson would be that, let me just say this again, I'm answering the questions very honestly. Good girl love our sleep. I love to sleep. And what I learned is that once you have kids, sleeping have a cut down, can't sleep as much anymore. You gotta wake up when the kids are up, and you gotta wake up to do stuff with them, wake up to take them to school, daycare, any extracurricular activities, you gotta wake up to take them to that, and so on. So the sleeping definitely have to cut down. I remember my sister, she was visiting me a couple months ago, and she's like, good, you not understand you have two kids now and you want to be sleeping like you don't have any kids. Yeah, harsh reality. So that's a tough one for me. That's a tough one because I grew over our sleep. So yeah. Next question: during which month of gestation are women very eager to have sex? What a question. So there are special months of gestation? Okay, so when I think about this question, it's giving me December and February as the most popular months for gestation. I hope I'm answering the question properly. But I feel like Christmas time, people want to do the things, and it's just like it's a part of Christmas. And Valentine's in February, okay, people are doing the things then. And then how I judge this is because I find, and I probably need to research this, I'm going to research this before I post this Q&A, but I find, based on my Facebook, there are a lot of birthdays in September and November. And basically, when I check, if you conceive in the month of December, most likely your baby is going to be born in September. And if you conceive in February, and if you conceive in February, then your baby is going to be born in November. And I find those 2 months are very, 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 very popular. Just like generally thinking, a lot of the people I know, they're born in September and November. And even based on my Facebook, every day in September, 5, 6 birthday, this person's birthday, that person's birthday. And it's the same in November. I don't know. I'm going to Google this and see which month is the most popular for birthday. But I really think it's September and November. Yeah, because people are the things them on Valentine's and Christmas. All right. Next question. What is the best position of sex during pregnancy? Well, I don't know. It's whatever it's whatever the pregnant woman is most comfortable with. But I hear a lot of people say doggy style. I don't know, but that's what they say. I won't comment anymore on this, but yeah, doggy style. Let me say. What is the best sleeping position for pregnant women? Again, I don't really know. For me, well, again, I don't really know, but I would say it's whatever feels more comfortable. Some people are more comfortable on their back or maybe on the side. I mean, I think those are the two positions because you can't really sleep on your belly. Like me, I when I'm not pregnant, I sleep on my belly. So I really have to change my sleeping position during pregnancy, and I usually alternate between my side and my back. I don't really like to be on my back though, but I think it works with the belly because being on my side, sometimes the baby kind of settle on that side, especially if you lie on it for a long time. Then sometimes when you're getting up, you feel that weight and a bit of discomfort. So I don't know. I say alternate. I alternate, and also use the U pillow. That really helps to give you a comfortable sleep at night because then you have back support and leg support with that. So I have a U pillow for both my pregnancy. In fact, I use the same one I used for my daughter when I was pregnant with my daughter. I use that same one for my son. I just changed the covering. And I'll attach a picture so you guys can see what a U pillow is. So I use that and it helps a lot with sleeping. All right, next question. It says, why do pregnant women vomit a lot during pregnancy? I'm reading the question as it's written to me. Well, I guess it's because they get nauseous. Yes, like these are symptoms of pregnancy. Sometimes it lasts for the first trimester, maybe the second, or throughout the whole pregnancy. I know my daughter was nauseous the entire time, like until she came out. That's when that nausea went. But my son, not so much. But yeah, I guess it's just the hormones and changes that the body is going through. It just causes them to be nauseous. And I don't know if like medication help other women, but it didn't really help me. So yeah, I had to bear it. Now we back on these types of questions. So the next question is, how do you feel about screen time? So that's screen time for kids. Well, screen time can be good and it can be bad. So it shouldn't be overdone. You know what I mean? Parents should really monitor how much screen time that the child gets daily or however often they want per week or whatever it is. I'm not going to deprive my kid of screen time. I hear people talk a lot about, oh, no screen time, cut back screen time, but not my pitney. I would not let my kids have too much screen time or no screen time. I'll spend all the time with my kids. People can say all what they want, but screen time, the kids actually do learn stuff. They do discover things that they like. And they're just learning to use, the phone, the internet, and all of that stuff. And I don't see that all as a bad thing, you know what I mean? Unless, like, they're not monitored and they're overly exposed, and that can be bad. I think you have to somewhat micromanage the kids when it comes to screen time, and know when to like take it away, and try to prevent them from getting addicted. Right now, I'm gonna be honest, my daughter loves being on my phone. People want to not call me and the call go decline or reject or whatever it is. I don't reject calls, I don't decline calls, but she does that. Really take over my phone. I bought tablets for her, and she like literally ruined all of them because she's a child. She doesn't know how to take care of stuff. She bring it in the bathroom, it gets wet, it falls, whatever, and then it just gets broken. And then I'm just like, oh, do I want to buy another one? Maybe this will help to reduce her screen time, but then I feel like at this point, really, I take over my phone. So she's gonna need a tablet, and hopefully it will last her for a long time. And yeah, and people would say that like compare like back in the days, like, oh, we never had that. I mean, like compare like how the kids are enjoying and using screen time now, and how it's too much, and back in the day we didn't do that. Well, that's because it wasn't really that prevalent. You know, a lot of people didn't have phones, a lot of people didn't have tablets. Internet wasn't something that was everywhere, so we didn't have access to it. I think if we had access to phone, tablets, and to do all the screen time, we would want to do it too and enjoy it. So we just gotta look at it and just find the best in it. Me, when it comes to my daughter, you know, I just try to monitor her and know when to, like, you know, get her to you know, when to take it away without her getting angry and stuff like that. Because the truth is that kids nowadays, they love screen time, and screen time sometimes help to take the kids off your hands. Like, let's be honest, I'm being very honest here. Sometimes I want to get something done and I'll be like, okay, daughter, you can go ahead and use my phone so I can do what I need to do, and then you know, and then I take it back from her, because otherwise, if she doesn't have that, then, you know, I don't have something that's going to truly occupy her when I want to get something done. She's just going to keep distracting me. So, yeah, I think I said a lot there. Oh, this paper came out. The next question is, what did you do for Mother's Day? Well, you don't know, a girl have to enjoy a Mother's Day. My husband took me to a nice restaurant. It's what they call a batch restaurant. So they cook the meal in front of you, and I'm gonna just insert some clips so you guys can see how that was. It was definitely a wonderful experience. It was my first time. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, and I definitely want to experience this again. Thank you, Abby, so much for the lovely Mother's Day treat. And take me walking. Take me rock you.
Goodbye, goodbye. Okay, goodbye.
It's obvious, a heart. What's that? Special sauce?
Teriyaki. Teriyaki.
Okay. All right. Next question. Who comes first? Kids, spouse, or parents? Well, first of all, I believe the parents out there. Parents don't live them life already, and they shouldn't want to compete with their child and the family that child made. No, so I believe the parents out there. Alright, so when it comes to kids and spouse now, it's all about balancing and doing what needs to be done at that point in time. It's not about who comes first. You know, it's about balancing. I don't like when, you know, you have like spouse, especially like the woman, they're all about their man. They want to do everything with their man. It's all about the man. Everything them and their man. Kids get left behind. Kids with babysitter, whatever. Kids with their parents. Come on, you gotta include the kids too. And then of course you can't be all about the kids. Everything kids. No, it's about balance. So you do some stuff with the kids, you do stuff with your spouse, and you do stuff with everybody. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, maybe to give an example, like, you know, how to like handle a situation that they'll be like, whose food you share first? Is it your husband or the kid? It all depends. Husband can share more food in my balance and feed. He can share more food. So yeah, kids, I mean, they can't really share their own food, right? Especially if they're really small. And also, what if your husband not hungry at the moment? What if he's not hungry and the kids them hungry? You know, or what if the kids are not really hungry but he's hungry? It's just what is necessary in the point in time. It's not really about who comes first. There's no competition there, you know what I mean? And I just think ideally, hands down, in just certain situations, me and my husband need to put our children first, especially now that they're so young. When a child turns like 18, you know, or adult, then that's a bit different. You know, they're still important, but that's different. So yeah, that's how that. I think I answered that, you know. Oh, here's another question. Very similar to if I treat my daughter and son differently. He says, do you compare your kids? Not much. I don't really do that. But I feel like as their mom, I can't compare them because I'm not going to compare them in a way to make one look better than the other. No, it's just that I see similarities in both a lot, by the way, even though the gender is different. And of course, there are differences because every child is unique in their own way, right? So, I don't do too much comparison. I more see like the similarities, you know what I mean? And of course, both my kids are gorgeous and they're nice and calm and easygoing, and they give me sleepless nights and all that. Good, nice, clean kids them. So, I don't overdo the comparison thing. I mostly see the similarities. Let me see. Look at the question I'm done. So, question I'm done. Yep. There is no more questions. But there was more questions than this. Is there any question I want to ask myself? No. But you know what? Question that I get a lot is, are you gonna have a third child? No, people. No, I don't want more pitney. All if we did have 2 daughters or 2 sons, it don't matter. I don't want any more choosing nothing this day and age. I can only really provide very well for 2 kids, to my satisfaction at least. And I only have the energy for 2, barely have the energy for 2, so physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, everything, we can only manage 2. So that's, no. If I have a third child, boy, I don't know. I don't see that happening. Really don't. And also, I just think 2 kids, 2 of them get for born and everything. I feel like when you have a third child, one always gets left out. So, yeah. All right, so I think that's it for this Q&A. I hope I answered your questions very well, and I definitely enjoy Q&A. So ever so often, I'm gonna put it out there that you guys can ask me questions, and I will answer them and answer them honestly. And yeah, oh god, I'm gonna drink another juice from. I didn't even sip any of my wine since I started. Nice. By the way, guys, these glasses are from Vlogs. You can follow them on Instagram, and I'll also link the website in the description. Nice, clean, loads of glasses. Guys, you need this in your life in 2023. So go on and get yourself some. Alrighty? Alright, guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to comment and remember to like, share, and subscribe as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.